What's up, guys? Welcome to the first YouTube episode. My name is Jonathan. I am 22. I'm out of Sacramento, California. And I'm basically starting this channel to pretty much kind of vlog and document all the builds I have coming up. Currently, I have two main cars that I'm going to be focusing on, which is my 96 Acura Integra DC4 and my 2010 Subaru STI. I recently bought the STI like 2 weeks ago, and I have a couple modifications that I'm going to get to right away. I got it without a stereo. The car is super modded. It looks like it's at least stage 2 tuned. I'm going to be taking it to a dyno real soon and be figuring out what exactly it has. As far as the Integra, I'm going through a complete auto body and paint on it. I've had that car since I was 14. I had it pretty nice for a while up to the point it got stolen, and it's just been kind of sitting for a while now. But I'm going back and I'm redoing everything, so I'm going to be documenting that. I have two other cars that I don't plan on doing much. My 2013 Audi A5, which is my daily. As I was saying, I have a 2013 Audi A5, which I daily. It's 4-banger 2.0. It's completely stock, but it's a really nice looking car. I daily that car. It's my baby. And I have a 95 Honda Civic with a rebuilt engine, has a clean paint job on it as well. That car I didn't build myself. I copped it off a cousin of mine. He blew the engine, so I took it over and I got it rebuilt. But I'm gonna be selling that car. I just gotta do a couple things to it before I sell it, so I get the best bang for the buck. I want to make it look real clean, real nice. Take care of all the small details it's missing. Has a couple trims on the interior that it's missing. I gotta go get those. I gotta get it cleaned up, detailed, and I'll be showing the car later. Please look out for more, because I got some heat coming. Some serious heat. So this right here is my 96 Acura Integra that I've had since high school. It's been painted a couple times, but a bunch of stuff went wrong, and I just kind of got sick of where it was at, so I decided to just redo everything. I want to redo the bodywork, redo the paint job, make it as good, make it as great as a job that we can do, show off who we are, the kind of work we do. An excuse if it's a little bit hard to hear my voice. We just got some work going on here. You might hear my dad in the back grinding, but yeah, this is where it's at. I primed it about a week ago. I let the primer dry and cure, and just last night, Sunday, after 1 week of it sitting, actually more than a week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks of it sitting, I went and started straight blocking it with a straight block. So I stripped down the whole body except the hood and the front. I stripped the whole body except the hood and the front, because the hood and the front only has one layer of previous paint, and it's not too bad, so I'm just gonna repaint that. But the rest of the body was pretty shit, so I had to strip it. My dad helped me redo the body work because he's a complete expert, so I needed his help with that. I'm straight blocking it, and we're gonna shoot it here soon, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. My Audi down here, we're getting some work. I'm getting some work done on it. We're repainting the hood and the front bumper. This car is my baby as well. I never wanted to really mod this car just because of how expensive it is and how it's my daily, but oh my god, like, it has so much potential. By the way, I have this car currently sold, which is why I didn't mention it at the beginning of the video. I didn't mention it as a project that I have going on, because I just have not enough time on my plate really to do all this stuff. I really wanted to get this car going good though. I kind of wanted to tune it on E85, stage 2 it, but it just didn't really come into fruition. I'm a part-time student at work, and so it's kind of hard. But yeah, I do have this car sold. They're gonna pick it up. They're gonna pick it up Sunday or Saturday this weekend, which is why I'm redoing the hood and the front bumper for the customer that I sold it to, just because it was part of the deal. So I had a little bit of a fender bender. So as you can see, we took care of the hood and it's in primer. But man, I gotta tell you guys, it hurts letting it go. It's pretty hard. I mean, look at it. Pretty neat looking thing. What up, guys? I had to step out for a bit, had some stuff to do, but I brought in the Integra because we're going to reblock it. I currently have it blocked, like I said, at 180 with high build primer. So I blocked the 180 just to kind of mark out any of the imperfections that that might have been there. So we straightened it out, any high spots, low spots, and it's about to get another one last layer, 2 to 3 coats of some lighter primer. So I'm just getting ready to kind of scuff out all the edges that we didn't get in there, like in here, up here, you know, areas where the block doesn't get into. So I'm just gonna take care of that because I'm gonna mask it up and bag it up for the last layer of primer. And after that, I should be going to the paint shop, where it's gonna get a 3-stage paint job. I'm putting on Long Beach Blue Pearl, which is Alpha NSX, I believe, and that color pops. That's the color that was on this car originally, and let me tell you, the cameras don't do it justice. It's really, really a nice color. So I really wanted to leave this car straight to exhibit the kind of work we do and show off what we can do, you know, our expert craftsmanship. So I really wanted to start recording these videos to kind of document everything that we do and the cars I like to build and how they come out and stuff. So hopefully you guys learn some of the process behind body work through these videos and enjoy them. Guys, so I just finished scuffing all the edges on the Integra. So one thing I want to point out is that these body lines I respected strictly. So I haven't scuffed these body lines at all. I'm just about to graze over them real lightly with some 180 before I do, just because they're real sharp and we don't want them real sharp. I want them as original as possible, so I'm just gonna polish them up, round them up a little bit with 180. I already did this side. Let me show you guys the difference. One last look, see if you guys can tell. This is very sharp. You don't want it this sharp. They're not that sharp originally. You guys can tell this side, which I already did, a lot smoother. I already scuffed all the edges. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna get it masked up, bagged up, ready for the last couple coats of lighter primer. So right now I'm just going over the body lines very lightly with the block, with the Wonder Block. I'm not putting any pressure at all. All this is for is so that the body lines aren't as sharp as a ruler. So just very lightly, like I did the other side. You don't want too much because you could easily mess these body lines up. One thing I want to express about is any imperfections that you run into that like spot putty will take care of. You want to take care of right away, cover it up. That way later you don't forget about it, or it doesn't get covered up with the other layer of primer or with any dust. Because then sometimes they can't come up in the paint booth, and when you're in the paint booth correcting stuff like that, it's not fun. Okay guys, so I have the car blown off and cleaned all the edges, and I'm just going ahead and applying masking paper to the jams, because obviously you don't want overspray going into these once you start spraying. I'm gonna go ahead and also mask these areas, these jams, the fuel door, wheel well, all that good stuff, so that basically we don't get overspray in areas that we don't need primer in. So pretty simple. So I have this puppy in the bag, literally. Masked it all up, so I'm getting ready to mix the primer. So I have the primer gun ready here with a strainer. I'm gonna go ahead and pour the primer. I think that's good for right now. If I need more or need to mix more, I'll just come back and mix more. But I think that should be okay. Probably gonna have to mix more though. It's also pretty cool. You don't want to have your gun too packed. All right, guys. So I have the car wiped down, sanded the putty. I'm gonna get ready to spray. I just want to regulate the gun, kind of get a taste for the pressure that it's at. Pressure a bit. Oh, that's a little high. Hold on. That's good. So I'm opening up the material, and I like the size of the fan, the way it's spitting out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it like that. See if I can get it good. So I'm getting this first layer in. First coat, and it's a little bit high pressure, so I'm gonna take down the pressure. You want it wet, not too wet. Apply the coat wet, and then let it air out, because you can run this thing and you don't want to run it. I mean, it's gonna get sanded again, so if you run it, it's not the end of the world, but you do want to stay away from it. And then priming is always an excellent way to practice for when you're gonna paint. If you ever plan on painting, priming is a good start, good practice. So it's like 11 at night right now. So after this first coat, I'm gonna wait Um, I'm gonna wait a while because I don't want to apply the coats too fast in between each other because, like I said, you can run it. I did apply a good amount of reducer in this, so the more reduced it is, the more watery it is, the more likely it is to drip to run on you. Okay guys, so I just finished priming the car. Just finished priming the car. Walked in 2 light coats. So I'm probably gonna let this sit for another week, 5 days or so. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how warm it is this week. Right now, it's been warmer this week. So we'll see how warm it is. If I feel like it's cured enough, start sanding on it, and if I have time, of course. I do have to do this on my own time. But yeah, it looks pretty straight, really. I'm so excited for this thing to get painted. So before I end the video, I just wanted to, I think this will wrap up a video. I just wanted to kind of talk about everything that I got coming up for the channel and for the car, really. This car already has a J-front, which I freaking love. I didn't get it with the J-front. I got it completely green, stock car, and we did a lot of work to it. Like I stated previously, just didn't end so well the way the car ended up. Just I didn't take care of it, and then some bad luck too. So I got a bunch of plans for it. It currently has an LS motor in it, the stock LS motor. I already have it lowered on 10 suspension coilovers. The wheels I had that are on it, I plan on changing. I got those, they're brand new, believe it or not, even though it looks so dirty. I got those brand new as an emergency because the car got stolen and they took the wheels, so it was just on the ground, left it on the ground, so I went and got wheels and got it from the repo yard. So that's the story of those wheels. But I currently have the whole interior torn down because when I was getting the car back on the road, I was doing a sound system. So I had the whole car interior taken apart, and then while the sound system was being installed, it got stolen again. The sound system got stolen, not the car, the sound system. So I kind of just, ever since then, I didn't really touch it. I was just mad and annoyed, and then I don't have the most time on my hands, but lately I will have time. I'll make time. And I really want to get this car back on the road. It has so much potential. I'm obviously giving it full body and paint. I have a wing coming for the back. I have a Type R replica wing. I have a rear diffuser coming in from, I believe it's called Top One Motorsports. I don't know. It's a really sweet diffuser that makes the Integra rear end look really good, which I think is really needed. The Integra rear end isn't my favorite, but the rest of the body is just so sweet, and I think the car is just such a classic body style. So yeah, eventually I do want to swap the car. I want to give it a B18, and I definitely want to turbo it. So I want to make this car a little fast car. That'll eventually come. When the time comes to do the swap, I'll for sure be painting the engine bay. I think that looks very, very sweet on these cars. So I have a lot of plans coming for it. I'm gonna get it new wheels. So I'm excited for you guys to be a part of the channel and hopefully keep up with this build that I got going on. This was my first car. It was a gift to me, and we did a lot of stuff to it, but I'm bringing it back. I've never been able to let go of this car. I just kind of have a little bit of an emotional attachment to it, So if anybody has any suggestions for the channel, I'm sorry if I pause or if I stutter a lot. I'm not used to talking while being recorded, so I definitely do feel a little bit out of my element, but I want to get to the point where I eventually am recording and acting like as if nobody's there, because I want to be myself. But if anybody has any suggestions or comments or advice as far as recording and making these videos better, please for sure drop down comments and share. I'm excited to see if I get support with this. Peace.